And then what about the actual Bitcoin on the exchanges? It seems like that was a little bearish last week, but may have flipped this week.
Yeah, I think for the entire cycle, there had been this narrative kind of driving, at least from the data side, that the coins are being moved off the exchanges and then they're moving into deep cold storage, never to resurface again. But over the last month or so, we've really started to see these coins come back on exchanges in a big way, and especially leading up to last Wednesday, we saw a lot of coins moving onto exchanges, which was kind of this early sign that perhaps we were getting ready for this dump, especially in the hours leading up to, call it Tuesday, Wednesday. But after Wednesday, we're starting to see that kind of reverse. So I think we kind of touched this at the beginning, but they're not necessarily super bullish. Like, we're not seeing these massive amounts of coins coming off exchanges, but they're no longer net inflows to exchanges. So it is showing that people are taking coins off at a bigger rate than the people are moving coins onto exchanges. So I think that's just showing some accumulation, but it doesn't look like there's any crazy capitulation coming. In the short term, just based off of that, because it seems like people are now accumulating again slowly.
Got it. And so would it be fair to say that kind of in summary, 2 weeks ago, things were a little bit more uncertain than they are now. Definitely there was a lot more selling, some capitulation. This week, it seems like, while we're not completely out of the woods, things are more positive, looking like there's been some relief or recovery. And ultimately, the bull market is still intact and it's got a lot more room to run.
Yeah, I think we're in this interesting zone here where the short-term price action is definitely could go either way. But I think it's starting to show some promising signs, especially after Wednesday. We're definitely seeing at least this kind of relief bounce here. But I still remain bullish for the longer term cycle. I think this is just kind of this big consolidation, and this big shakeout that I still see us going higher based off of kind of the broader metrics. But I think in the short term, I remain kind of optimistic but skeptical, I guess you could say, where it's starting to look like things are turning around, but it's not screaming like this thing is about to explode. So I think in the short term, it's just kind of a market where you just kind of sit back and watch and let the market tell you more.